Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. This is gonna be my last stream for, obviously this week, 'cause my streams usually end on Fridays, but I'm not gonna be streaming at all next week, I don't think. Oh, don't have that muted. Anyway, I'm not gonna be streaming next week at all because it's gonna be Christmas. I'm going back to my parents, coming back home, like, 7 days after this Sunday, I think. I don't know my exact schedule, but yeah, likely not going to be streaming it all next week, but I will be back to my normal schedule or something close to it uh, by the following week before New Year's. But anyway, we're going to be playing some more D&T to close out the week. This is actually going to be, assuming we finish this league, which I don't know why we wouldn't, this is going to finish on my 300th match of Legacy since the Deathrite Shaman ban. I guess 300th match of Legacy with Mono White Death and Taxes. I played Miracles, a couple with Red White Taxes, a couple with like 5-color humans, but a lot of Legacy content on the channel. This is going to be my 300th match, which is pretty big. Played a lot of Legacy, and all of them have been streamed. I've never played this deck off stream. I don't play a lot off stream at all. Like, I just don't have a lot of time. I have other things that I want to be doing. But anyway, yeah, this is gonna be just some more normal Death and Taxes. I didn't talk about the list too much because it's the same list we played last time we played this deck. I hope I have enough play points. We did 2-3 our Miracles League on Wednesday. I think I still have enough play points though. Yeah, we're good. Didn't want to have to like awkwardly go and sell some chests for ticks in the middle of the stream here. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, same list. We're still trying out the Ancient Tomb. I still think it's pretty wrong because I really like Rishadenport. It's like one of the best cards in the deck, and cutting it feels really bad. But cutting a white source also feels bad. So I just think I probably shouldn't be playing it. But it didn't come up a single time last league, so gonna keep giving it its fair share. Maybe we'll get to turn 1 Chalice someone on the play at some point in my life. But with 1 Ancient Tomb and 3 Chalices in the sideboard, it's like not super likely. So I don't think it's particularly powerful. I think I'd just rather be on Rishadenports and such. Oh, I still have Moto sounds off. I can turn those back on, because I unmuted my desktop audio so I could have other people on the stream. I also need to like set up all my... I don't have an upkeep stop for myself, right? Do want a damage stop on my own turn. Anyway. This hand's kind of bad. We're on the play. Very slow. Doesn't do anything. Any hand with like, yep, 2 drops. Or vials or stuff. The Ancient Tomb still doesn't do anything. It would be really good if this Ancient Tomb was a Rishadenport. We just go Vial into Port, but we'll see if... Maybe I do want this, like, Wasteland, Plow something. Maybe I don't want it because my hand's already so soft to combo and such. I'm going to unmute my sounds, because I really like my sounds. Display and sound settings. There we go. Anyway. Oh, there's a Chancellor trigger that I just totally missed. Could have just played Ancient Tomb Chalice and played through a Chancellor trigger. Whoops. That's what I get for messing with stuff without checking first. Or without, like, making sure my opponent's not doing something silly like that. Oh well. Shouldn't matter too much. The problem is that our hand just sucks. We are drawing a Plow, notably. I'm just gonna Wasteland this Badlands, assuming my opponent doesn't just kill me. Oh, nice. Opponent's going to bring back Grizzlebrand, and we're going to plow it, but they're going to draw 14 cards, so we're probably just going to die. But you basically always just lose game 1 anyway. Our hand is very bad. Yep, sure. 15 cards left in hand. They can likely make a Chancellor at bare minimum. Unmask themselves. No, unmasking me a second time, sure. They just gonna card cast a Grave Titan here, or what? Oh, they're making Iona. We have 3 Caracas to try to beat Iona. This is definitely not the worst case in the world. Notably, if we had a Vial in play, which we should be at like 18 with a Vial in play. We could draw like one of our other 2 Flicker Wisp to like stall this for a turn. Or even like flicker out of the way and cast some light spells, like Remorseful Cleric or something. But I assume they're gonna like also make a Chancellor, which nope. Alright, cool. Crocus. Damn. Why does my other screen keep dying? Every time I like jiggle the HDMI cord at all, my separate screen just dies. But yeah, we're super dead. We're very, very dead. Don't know what my opponent's waiting for here. They also just have like infinite more fodder if they want to reanimate anything else in the future. Probably Tidespout Tyrant, if anything. Sure, unmask me. They pitch a Cabal Therapy to an unmask last turn, like to their second unmask they cast, instead of just casting it because they ended with 2 cards in play. Or 2 floating mana. Whatever. Like, casting that unmask seems like kind of worthless, because the only thing they're losing to is Caracas, right? So there's no point unmasking me until post-Caracas trying to set up for, like, a new plan. Or maybe they're trying to, like, remove a main deck main deck Remorseful Cleric from my hand, assuming I draw Caracas. Wow, opponent did not actually have a very strong... Oh, they just discarded Reanimate, never mind. They just didn't want to make one. I guess we get back Flicker Wisp. So I can make them have an Iona forever without an Animate Dead on it. If I look at the Animate Dead, they could choose to get back a different thing. Maybe they'll fuck up and get back something else. And we can draw multiple plows or something. Nope. Cool. Dang. As it goes, winning game 1 against Blackbird Reanimator in the complete blind, it's kind of a pipe dream, so you just board in 13 cards and then hope for the best. What do I usually cut? All the Moms, all the Stone Forges, Jite, Sword, Batterskull, Ballista, and Spirit Keeper. That looks normal. Let's draw Ancient Tomb, Chalice of the Void. Get him. We drew Ancient Tomb last time, but we didn't have Chalices in our deck. Would you like to play first? Yes. Alright, well, this is a snap keep. We have Vial and Surgical. It's like no reason to pass up this hand. Could still lose pretty easily to just unmask turn 1 you. Or even turn 2 if we don't hit a land drop for Thalia. Opponent only getting to 5, though, is really good for us. The problem is winning game 3, that's when you want them to roll to 5. Because when they're on the play, life gets so much harder. Wonder if I don't even cast Vial here. Like, if they make me cast Surgical Extraction next turn, I can pay for it. And then I can, like, set up for the Vial later. Maybe the plan is just, like, try to cast my 2s, though. So don't open the fridge. So what happens if I don't cast... But if I don't cast the Vial and then they don't make me Surgical, then if we draw another land, then we can just play the Vial for 2 mana, then have Surgical up. Yeah, I don't hate that. So playing the Vial is better if I know I'm drawing the land. But if I'm not drawing land, then it doesn't really... Yeah, we're just going to cast this Vial. Hey, we did it. The game just immediately ends. We didn't have... My opponent could, like... I guess they only have 2 cards in hand, but, like... We could not draw a land for 900 turns and be very, very... Okay, now we're hitting a land. And then Remorseful Cleric? Yeah, they're probably dead. When am I going to see Blue-White D&T? I don't think that Lavinia makes Blue-White D&T, like, any more viable than it was previously, and that is to say, not at all. I think I probably will just, like, fuck with it anyway. Violigan True Nemesis seems really sweet, but I don't think it's... I think it's one of the worst splash. I guess green's probably the worst splash, because then you're just being bad Maverick. But I think it's, like, easily one of the weaker splashes. Which had to be 2 Grizzlebrand and Tidespout, a Chancellor, and an Ashen Rider. That's definitely more than I've beaten. That card sucks. I just want to see different combinations. Oh, I mean, that's fair. I think that blue and green are pretty weak, though. I think black is also kind of weak. Most of the color splashes, I think, are just inferior to mono white. Oof. This hand kind of sucks, but Caracas... I think we can mulligan more aggressively, though. Well, like, we just... Having Caracas plus plow makes me, like, a little bit more likely to keep this. I think they're just a lot better cards that we could have. What's the draw? So my opponent goes Grizzlebrand, Thoughtseize me, takes the plow. We Caracas the Grizzlebrand, but they also draw 14 cards. This hand seems like it kind of... It's good against Chancellor, but, like, I don't know if that's... Also, you can play Reflector Mage. I probably wouldn't play Reflector Mage in Blue-White D&T. Card seems, like, very slow and clunky, especially if you're not playing with Noble Hierarch in your deck. Keep? I don't know. This hand seems kind of bad. If we draw a second land, well, I guess that's, like, planning for our turn, too, which is, like, a million years away in terms of, like, the stages of this game. Warlock Warrior can eat and animate dead if they don't Thoughtseize it. I think this hand's a mulligan. Snap Keeve. Caleb, do you know anything about Legacy? I guess we did jam, like, the red-black random error versus D&T match a bunch of times when you played that deck. But I think this hand's definitely not a Snap Keep. I think there is some deliberation. But the Caracas and the Plow, like, make me more tempted to keep it. We'll find out. It's like the first match of the day. I don't really care if I win or lose. They're just going to, like, turn 1 me anyway. And, like, Thoughtseize me 3 times. None of my hands matter. Alright. Alright. I guess I'm not, Oh, they're Ioning me! Ho 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 ho! Nice! Oh, we got him good. I don't know why you wouldn't just... I guess because they had the reanimate, they didn't want a Grizzlebrand because they're going to take so much damage. Yeah, nice deck. Do you want decisions to matter? Can I choose to Modern? Oh god. That's exactly why I stopped playing Modern. I enjoy my decisions mattering, and that happens in a lot of matches in Legacy. Not this one very much. My opponent just concede. And a lot of your decisions in like the store matchup don't really matter, but other than that, God, fucking got him. So I guess because they were using Reanimate instead of a 2-drop, they didn't want to get Grizzlebrand. But even then, I feel like drawing 7 cards is pretty good, but it's a lot worse than drawing 14. Um, 14 match wins. We lost game 1. 1 game's 2 and 3, like we do every single time. It's famous Miracles Flare XJ Cloud. Oh yeah, the Belcher Extraordinaire XJ Cloud. We should stream Belcher. Now that sounds horrible, never mind. I don't want to stream Belcher. That sounds fucking miserable. I guess it'd be fun to just hang out with chat, because none of my, like, the game doesn't really require a lot of thought. But it does sound miserable for, like, the type of games that I enjoy playing. Oof. This hand is a little bit awkward, but, like, Thalia, Bort, stuff like that seem good. We'll keep. If my opponent is on Rug Delver, like they were 5 days ago, we could ballista them on 2 and get it dazed. Try to kill a Delver, though. Oh man, cantrips. Those are my favorite turn 1 hands out of Delver. When they just go turn 1, cast a cantrip, pass. It's better when they shuffle, but they never shuffle. I'll just jam Thalia into this daze. Oh shit. This is going well. If they bolt, whatever. If they Tarmogoyf, that's great. Oh, please have the bolt and let me play this Caracas opponent. Please wait until my main phase. Don't bolt me now. Yes. I think I'm just gonna cast a Ballista for 1 here. Like, fine. I don't want to tap out now that I'm actually holding Caracas for my Wisp and such. Sure. Deal. Like, Blizzard for 1's fine here, especially because it's, like, very hard for it not to resolve. It answers the Delver preemptively. It does get bolted, but I don't really care if they bolt it. I just want to keep up protection for my Thalia now that they, like, left up 2 mana on my turn, and it felt like they wanted to bolt. Oh, they can wasteland my Caracas. Then they can bolt my Thalia if they want. Oh, sure. Deal. Just plow that. Move on with my life. Getcha. Is there anything that floating a white does for me? I thought about it, but, like, I hate clicking through the, you have to empty your mana. Like, are you sure you want to leave this phase with mana floating? And I was like, I don't think that floating a white bluffs anything at all, so it's just not worth it. Yeah, now they bolt my Thalia. Sure. And then cast, like, a Ponder. A Goose. Alright. Goose is pretty far away from being loose. I could just, like, Flicker Wisp Port. I could also Thalia Port. I kind of want the Flickerits on the table because eventually this Mongoose is gonna be loose. I also pump Ballista. That seems like the worst play. Let's attack. Maybe they wanted to trade. We're definitely playing this land. So I could Wisp Port. I think I'd maybe I wouldn't rather Thalia Port. I'd like to be able to play an equipped sword if I hit land 5. And getting a Flicker Wisp in place seems pretty relevant. They already burned a bolt. They like force this. And then I can't port them either, but they're also just down to 2 cards at that point, and we still have the sword in hand, which is going to be very good. Forcing does put them closer to threshold as well. Nope. We'll port their red. It probably shouldn't matter unless they like draw exactly bolt this turn. Yeah, if they already have a bolt, they can just cast it. Maybe that's a reason to port an island, but or port tropical island. I mean, I guess they're both something island. But it cuts them off from like trying to cantrip into a bolt or something this turn, so not unreasonable. Because like we can't cut them off of green here. Ooh, we just pump and ping. No attack seems a little odd. We could also just play sword and just jam with a 3/3 ballista. That seems much better. If they have 1 mana up, they could. If they have force for my sword, we can follow up with Thalia. And then it's hard. It gets harder to ping this. No, we can just trade the ballista for the Delver if need be. So let's just cast this before playing the land. Just they might not daze it. Like if they see 5 lands, they might just daze it to try to buy a turn. They probably still daze this. Spell Pierce. Oh shit! Didn't play around Spell Pierce. Whoops. We're still attacking. And then we're gonna just trade this Delver. Now we have to deal with a 3/3 Goose. Watch them like just daze this Thalia too. You feel like a fucking idiot. Alright, force it. That's fine. We do have to contend with 3/3 Ballista or 3/3 Goose versus nothing. Am I letting this Delver flip? Probably not. We always pump the Ballista up to a 2/2 next turn, but then we still are only trading with it, so we'd have to wait twice, unless they could possibly deal 6 damage to me. I think I'm better at like top decking something rather than dealing with 6 a turn. This is a pretty slow clock. I think we need to just trade here. Well, that does literal nothing in this matchup. I wonder what they drew that they didn't just cast there. I guess like a Daze or a Force maybe, or another land. Doesn't make the most sense. Or just a bolt that they haven't fired off quite yet. But if we draw Stoneforge, or even just like another Wisp, Mirren Crusader, Hallowed Spiritkeeper, we just like have a lot of things to be doing. Hitting land 4 is a little weird. Ooh, I like this. Now we can actually block the Mongoose. We can even just trade the Revoker for it with Caracas. The folks, so no shenanigans there. Notably, they didn't shuffle on that ponder, so what did they draw? A Goyf? Yeah. But Thalia Crocus actually stonewalls the Goyf pretty well. Well, that's not a good draw. No point in playing it, I don't think. We'll just wait. We have some amount of time. Again, something like Stoneforge just locks this game up pretty hard. Hallowed Spirit Keeper, even we've had a lot of creatures die. So now we just play the block with Thalia Crocus back to my hand game. It's not a very good draw. I'm gonna force it, pitching to Daze. It's kind of rude. That's pretty bad for me. We need to draw, like, Stoneforge, Batterskull. Mirror Crusader would be insane. Don't think I'm blocking this turn. Recruiter into Jailer. Yeah, Recruiter into Jailer is something that got less nice with this Delver for sure. I'd probably Recruiter into, like, Crusader or something. So this is 8. So do I have to block this turn now? Because then this is 6 in the air. I guess the Delver's blind flipping. I think I can wait a turn. Especially if we drew, like, Jite. That would be super relevant. I don't know if it would have mattered, right? Yeah, we would actually been still been dead. Yeah, our draws did not really line up at the back half of that game there. And coupled with me playing into the Spell Pierce. It didn't flip. We're still alive. I don't know if we have any live draws, but we're still alive right now. Definitely not our 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th land. Yeah, that one didn't pan out very well. Meh. So this matchup, this matchup's pretty good. You don't really board in a lot. Just paths, council judgments, and rip. And what are we cutting? Probably Ballista, definitely Revokers. Spirit Keeper Rest in Peace is a really bad dyssynergy, but Spirit Keeper is really good when you don't have a Rest in Peace. Traded with Geese, makes a bunch of flyers. These matchups randomly go, like, super grindy, so... I could see cutting some of these Recruiters. And maybe the Prelate. Prelate on 1 is decent in this matchup, but a lot of their important cards, once they sideboard, like, they have, whatever that non-flying Pyroclasm is. Whatever, I don't know the name of it. And Ancient Grudge specifically is really good because they're shattering all of your vials and your equipment. And it also turns off all your Swords of Plowshares and Paths. Let's see doing that. I think everything else is probably good enough. This maybe Palace. I don't know if they're on True Names. Is True Name like a mainstay in Rug Delver nowadays? I just don't play against this deck enough to know. And if they're on True Names, I kind of hate this card. Because it also doesn't really like target Geese. I could see just doing that. I think in most instances I'd rather just draw a Recruiter than a Jailer. Your Recruiter's so much good stuff in this matchup. I don't really want the third one, because they're very slow and clunky. Maybe I do want the Jailer, just as, like, more answers to Tarmogoyfs and stuff. A lot of the times they do just play like they protect the queen with 1 or 2 creatures. Woof. Sand's almost really good. If this was a Plains, I might keep this. Sand's very bad against the Force of Will infinite artifact removal deck, but, like, all the cards in our hand are gas. But, like, Wastelands, Force of Wills, at least they can't daze it, but we also can't put in 2 of our cards from this vial. Sand feels really greedy. But Recipes is so good, and we only have 1 in the deck. No, let's keep. Let's just lose to Rug Delver. It's like, lose to a really good matchup. Alright, step 1, we resolved that. Which means we at least get to put in 1 Mom before they, like, Ancient Grudge my vial. Delver. Yep. Huh. I don't know what I want to do here. I don't think I just want to jam Rip into a Daze. I don't really want to plow it because we have Cleric to just block this, and I'd rather plow like a Tarmogoyf. But if this Rip resolves, we don't need to plow a Tarmogoyf. Could just port them, but that's endangering my white source to a Wasteland, rather than like trying to extract a value out of it. Maybe it is just jam Rip. They'd be on like Daze or nothing. And they like have to have left in Daze on the draw here, and have it. I think it's like pretty stacked. I'm gonna just jam it. I'm scared of Wasteland is my issue. Because it's a Caracas, our white sources are pretty fragile, so I kind of just want to get it in while I can. Ooh, and Delver doesn't flip? Deal. Ooh, multiple Delvers. I wonder if I just take the trade here. They attack. We have a second Mom? But getting the first Mom on lane seems pretty big since they don't have Bolt Up, since they just like played this Delver pre-combat for some reason. I think I'd rather take 1. We have so many answers to Delver in our hand. We're on the risk of like getting bodied by a Sulfur Elemental, if that's what their plan is. I think I'm just going to trade off this Remorseful Cleric as soon as possible. I think I'm just going to port their Volcanic, and then vial in a Remorseful Cleric to block one of these Delvers. Alright, so they're definitely setting up the Delver flips here. Alright, so before I port, I want to see what they have on top. It probably doesn't matter, but you never know. Wait, is it just not flipping? Is their entire, like, 7 cards that they looked at no instants and sorceries? Should I just port this Trop? Like, all their hand could be is, like, Tarmogoyfs and Mongoose, right? I think I'm still porting the Volcanic. I don't know why these Delvers wouldn't flip. Like, because if they had a Bolt, they just would have it on top here. And flip these Delvers. There's no way they wouldn't. They just brainstormed. Like, I guess porting the Trop is better. I'm gonna port the Trop and then, like, die to a Bolt that they, for some reason, have in their hand. What on earth are they even casting here? Didn't they brainstorm? What? They really didn't... Okay, so they were playing around me porting them because they wanted to cast this Ancient Grudge and didn't find a land, I guess? And this was the only instant or sorcery? That just seems insane, though. Like, flipping the Delvers there is such big game. And you can just cast the Ancient Grudge next turn. jeez, and they're wastelanding my white source. Well, at least we can stall these Delvers from attacking me. Ooh, nice. So they're Brainstorm locked. Still a little bit scared of Sulfur Elemental, but they don't have another land. They, like, definitely don't have another land. They might have Sulfur Elemental. I kind of wanted to play this other Mother of Ruins. Rather than porting them this turn. Because it does prevent them from, like, deploying Goyfs and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just porting them. Wait, these Delvers are just not going to flip again, right? Yeah, we should have just attacked with Remorseful Cleric. Just blown away by that line. I'm just like, yeah, they're not going to flip my Delvers. I just really want to cast Ancient Grudge this turn. Do they have another instant? This is just insane if they do. Okay. Sure. Oh, they do have a third land. Cool. I guess they put that one on top too? But then didn't want to cast it? I'm so confused. I don't know what the heck their line was, to be perfectly honest. That was just such a weird line. And they have a Ponder in their hand. They just didn't want to put either of those on the top of their deck to flip these Delvers? They're just like, yeah, I'm good with these as 1/1s. What on earth is happening? This is such a confusing Brainstorm. They just, like, forget to set up these Delvers with their Brainstorm. I'm, like, deeply, deeply concerned about Sulfur Elemental here, and I don't know why. I think it's one of the only cards that I'm losing to is why I'm concerned about it. Just jam Sword here. Because if I have Port and they have Sulfur Elemental, then I just look like a fool. If I jam Sword and they Sulfur Elemental me, I can at least, like, plow it, deploy a new Mom and stuff. And before, like, kept in Spell Pierce from the side. I wouldn't be surprised if they dazed this or something. Actually, I would be kind of surprised, because, again, they did Brainstorm and just not set up these Delvers at all, and then proceed to cast 2 instants and sorceries from their hand. Yeah, there we go. So worst case is that these Delvers are just going to blind flip here, and then they're going to Sulfur me. But that's only 6 damage, and then we deploy Mom, plow the Sulfur Elemental to deploy Mom, and then we have Mom plus Fire and Ice to try to pick off these Delvers. Yep, blind flip, sure. This attack's interesting. I might just trade off this Remorseful Cleric. What are the odds that they have a Bolt in hand, though? Four out of 45 out of 49. But, like, they brainstormed and then, like, didn't shuffle from the brainstorm ever, and also just didn't flip the Delvers for 2 turns, regardless of, like, the fact that they cast, like, a Ponder and Ancient Grudge after. Also, those aren't the odds, right? Because they, like, have 4 bolts or whatever. I guess I don't know. Statistics are hard. Forked Bolt doesn't really matter here. I'm just gonna fucking take the bait. If they, like, Forked Bolt me after this, I'm gonna feel kind of like an idiot, but we still clear out the 2 Delvers, because we also have this Plow. I don't know what's happening in this game anymore. The Brainstorm that they had just, like, tilted me out of space and time. They're gonna Brainstorm first. Try to find the Bolt. Seems like oh, they're Stifling. Okay, that's fine. Now we still just trade. What are they casting now? I'm so confused. Oh, they're Dismembering the Mom? Okay, sure. This is fine. We kill a Delver here, and now we get to go, like, Mom Equip to protect it from a Bolt. And that just cleans up the Delver here. We're at 16, so I don't really think I need to kill this right now. They could have, like, another artifact removal spell. But even then, like, Ancient Grudge is just getting tossed into the void here. Why not wait a turn, take the hit, then we get to equip and block forever? Or just equip and attack. I don't know, because I have to wait like 2 turns, right? Because I have to like deploy... Oh no, I had the sword in play, right? Sword in play last turn, that's why I got to equip this turn. Maybe it was right to like just take 6 that turn and equip. If they have Dismember... If they have 2 removal spells, then it doesn't really matter, right? We Mom Protect. Yeah, we wouldn't be blocking forever, we'd just be attacking and then just like killing the insect operations, obviously, but I get your point. And that was probably a better line. Just confused at like the cards that could possibly be in their hand. I might plow this Goyf. Is it worth it? Probably not. Definitely not. We're just gonna play Spirit Keeper. The Spirit Keeper Rest in Peace anti-synergy coming up here, but I think we have Rest in Peace in play. It doesn't really matter that we're not getting any spirits off of Spirit Keeper. So I got 3-2 with Vigilance. We're at 13. Can always even like plow our own guy to gain life if need be. Maybe the plow is better here. It just like kills their thing, I draw a card. Yeah, I think we are gonna plow it actually. Killing the thing and drawing a card is just great. Okay, they just concede. Sweet. Rest in Peace real good in that matchup. Imagine if that Spirit Keeper was a Brightling. I mean, we would like play it and then it's naked and gets bolted or something. I mean, obviously, the Spirit Keeper is very similar to getting bolted there, because we had a Rest in Peace in play, but... This is a matchup where Brightling is very good, but I don't really, like... I don't miss it here, because this matchup's also very good. It's matchups like Blue-Red Delver or Burn, where you're like, wow, I really wish I had something that... Or like Miracles, where your Howled Spirit Keeper sucks and you would really wish you had a Brightling. When you play against Grixis control, and you're like, thank god this thing isn't a fucking Brightling. My opponent has 3 Baleful Strix in play. I don't think I want any of these. That went pretty fine. Mother Rune's real good. Sword's real good. This is literally the matchup D&T is. Yeah, this is like... this is just such a good matchup for Death and Taxes. The only way they really win is if they just, like, Delver you out. Just, like, deploy way too many threats for you to deal with. Which isn't really what their deck is designed to do. Sometimes their hand line up that way, but the Delver decks in general are like pretty Protect the Queen style, very threat light, but like a lot of cantrips to find them and spells to protect them and stuff. Yeah, Rough and Tumble and or whatever the card that I was playing around last game was. Sulfur Elemental. Or like multiple Ancient Grudges can sometimes cheese games if you don't have Rip. Like Ancient Grudge or Vial, and then flash it back on like an equipment and cast another one on another equipment. And just equipment are a big way to turn the corner here, and sometimes you can't get there. I think our sideboarding's fine. And just so many of your cards just line up so well with what your opponent's doing. Woof. Nice mulliganing to Oblivion is also a good way to lose this match, but Zan just sucks. No color source and this Batter Skull. Game 1, they can't really beat yourself batter. Yeah, exactly. Well, Zan, it's got a curve. I'm just going to play straight into Daze for 3 turns or whatever, but definitely not mulling this on a definitely not shipping this on 6. Probably wouldn't ship this on 7. Honestly, Stoneforge is just fine if they don't have Ancient Grudge. Mother Runes is good. I don't know how good. What am I looking for if not Mother of Runes? Just like removal, plow, path, Council's Judgment, or top decking a Vial. Mother Runes is really good in this matchup. Also, they left in Stifles. I guess maybe they, like, cut the days in the forces and left in Stifles to deal with, or to, like, quote-unquote answer Batterskull or something. If I top this, I can just die to a Delver. Oh, we have Flicker Wisp to try to beat a Delver. I think I'm going to top this. It's very good against opponents like ground piddlers. Ponder. Dang. Never lucky. Also, if my opponent doesn't, for somehow doesn't answer this Mother of Runes, and we just like Stoneforge or Batterskull, the game's just over. Or, I'm close to it. They can still injure us at Batterskull and such. Then we had to Flicker Wisp the Stoneforge. Their Delver didn't flip. Forked Bolt my Mother of Runes, so I'm just Lightning Bolt, sure. So they didn't daze my Mother of Runes. I think I want to just jam Stoneforge, not play around daze. Kind of like brainstorm for it. Maybe it's right to deploy Mother of Runes there, but I do want to find an answer to this Delver. That probably involves, like, GT plus a guy. Maybe Sword. Rugdelver does play True Nemesis sometimes, and I don't want to get, like, annihilated by that card. No, I definitely don't want Batterskull here. If my opponent kills this Mother or the Stoneforge Mystic, then this Batterskull just does nothing. The Sword clears up this Delver just fine. Sword's worse if they get, like, a Tarmogoyf going. It's not that bad if they have a Goose going, because you just generally race it. But GT is going to be better against Goyf. True Name's better. Goyf's more answerable than True Name. I think I just want to... I guess if they kill this, I could, like, play Mom and GT in the same turn. It's like haven't played in Rugdelver in so long, my brain's just, like, misfiring a bunch. I'll block. I'll do it. Don't really know why my opponent just, like, fetched 3 lands and then pass the turn there. Guess we're just gonna Mom, put in Sword. Play around Stifle by not activating it right now. Dismember my mom. That's rude. Brainstorm, sure. Get me with the Insectal Aberration. But we have Flicker Wisp and Sword to try to deal with this, so... So I assume they're just like leaving out mana to Ancient Grudge me here. Probably still just going to put this in so I can Flicker Wisp my Stoneforge for value. Just like wait till I equip to grudge me. They could just have a Bolt too. We drew Plow, which is just insane. Answer their one threat. If I equip and they have Grudge or Removal, we get punished. If I Flicker Wisp, we don't get to kill it. We're at 16, so I don't necessarily need to kill it yet either. I think I'm down for just like Flicker Wisping my Stone. Attack, Flicker Wisp, Stoneforge. Because they definitely have something. They wouldn't just leave up 3 mana with 4 cards in hand and just be dead to this sword here. Hit them for 1 Flicker Wisp. Go get, like, GTA or something. Maybe get Batterskull at that point. Because Batterskull's better against Ancient Grudge, because I can eventually be picking it up. I can just bolt the Stoneforge. I don't really care that much. Their brainstorm's gone. Target the Stoneforge. Ooh, nice. Stifle the re-enter trigger. Rough. I wonder if I plowed this yet. Probably not. Opponent's at 12. Opponent's got a lot of mana there. Ponder, sure. I don't think I'm plowing. I don't want to just like run into a daze. That's just something that I could easily beat by untapping. It does not shuffle off their ponder. Oh, sweet, they didn't even attack. Yeah, guess I'll make them have it. I assume they have it. This is just Grudge on the sword. I'll just plow this Insect Elaboration response. I don't want this thing to block. I don't know if they're planning on doing it, but I really don't want them to, because then they're just left with no threats here. And before they spell Pierce me, I didn't play a land. Alright, so what's our plan now? Take them off of green or red? I guess green takes them off of their threats. Red takes them off of bolts. Playing Tomb after I give Love to Forge shame. I do think the port is just way better than the Tomb, Lomer Boy, but chat coerced me into trying it a while ago, and we have yet to draw it to the point where it actually does anything or matters at all, or is like objectively worse than port. So I'm just going to play it until I have an excuse to point at it and tell everybody it sucks, which just hasn't showed up yet. Yeah, this is their one turn to cast green spells. Ooh, I suppose that is a green spell. Oh man, should give my opponent the business here. Hopefully they don't have a bolt for my Wisp here. Well, I guess. Because that's the reason to wasteland and upkeep, right? Make them use extra mana. This is Sylvan Library is just like a Miri's Guile, though. There's such a low life total. But they can find Bolt and stuff, and then we need to reset up. Don't like Chalice and D&T. I tried it, never did anything. It's not quick enough on turn 2, and also everyone's already bringing Artifact Hate. Which, like, the thing is that it doesn't, like, the other thing you play there is Ethersworn Canonist, right? Which is just also an artifact in the matchups where it matters. And, like, also comes down on turn 2. So the argument is just that it's better against Storm because it's, like, early interaction in a matchup where you die on turn 1 a lot. Or, like, die before you play your second land a lot. And also comes in against Miracles, where it's just insane. Like, yes, Miracles brings in Disenchant, but there's so many things Miracles wants to disenchant in that matchup, is that it's just, like, way better than Ethersworn Canonist is. Phone's flooding out like hell. We can't take them off of green anymore because they're just going to, like, fetch for it, but I think it's still fine to just attack all their green sources here. I'm going to be really mad when they Sulfur Elemental me and we just lose this game. flips off Brainstorm. Okay, even F6. I need to leave up Caracas for this Thalia. If they, like, rough tumble me or whatever that thing is. I prefer hate in the form of creatures and D&T. Yeah, it's just, like, Aetherstone was always very, very mediocre. And Chalice is just, like, better. Because Aetherstone was only really good against Storm anyway. And, like, random awkward combo decks that you were didn't have a good matchup against. And just the fact that Chalice is so good against Miracles and also is good against Storm where you're dying on turn 1 a lot. Or their turn 2 when you're on the draw or whatever. Oof. Just plow this. I think they want to be trading with my Wisp here. That's why they didn't attack, I assume. I'd like save this for a better threat, but I don't think there's going to be a better threat. Besides if they like Sulfur Elemental me, I just get ranched. Yeah, I mean, Canonist is still fine. Like you shouldn't not like play Canonist if you think it's good enough. I just like Chalice because it's still really good against Ant, and a lot of the games that I'm losing against Ant are games that I'm dying without playing a second land drop. And Chalice really helps that, and it's also just nuts against Miracles. I think I'm just going to plow this. It doesn't set up lethal, because obviously they already cost 2. It doesn't matter. Sure. They could find, like, nothing, right? Yeah, there's dead. Sweet. Just feels weird playing it without Mox. Yeah, it's definitely a less powerful card than it is in a deck like 4-color Loam. Because 4-color Loam's obviously built around the power of, like, accelerating out 2 drops on turn 1 with Mox Diamond and stuff. The point, like, that's why it's in D&T's sideboard, because it is anti-synergistic with a lot of cards in your main deck in some of the matchups. You bring it in matchups where it's very good. You don't leave it in matchups that it's okay. Like, I imagine Chalice is good in 4-color Loam against like Grixis Delver and stuff, but Chalice is not very good against Grixis Delver when you're playing it on turn 2 in Death and Taxes, and because of a lot of your turn 1s, like a lot of your 1-drops matter, like Mother of Runes and Swords of Plowshares. The deck isn't designed around Chalice, so mainly the matchups the matchups where Chalice is good are a lot narrower, and a lot of those are matchups where your 1-drops are bad. We won games 2 and 3? Yeah. Lost game 1. So we've drawn Ancient Tomb once today, and it would have actually technically been slightly better than a port, because I like clicked out of the window and didn't realize my opponent had a Chancellor trigger, and we just cast a Viola into it, but it didn't matter in that game because we were super dead. And in the blind, that hand was a lot better with a port in it, because we just had like Viola into port, otherwise we had Viola into like Ancient Tomb and can't cast any of our 3-drops because they're all Flicker Wisps in that hand, so I think that's like a minor tally for Tomb being worse. There's a chance, like, maybe if we had a Violent play, we could have, like, filed in that Stone Forge. Then we would have got Equipment Unmasked, though. And we Violent Spirit Keeper, and then we're still just dying to an island and a Grizzlebrand. Running a Cavern over the 12 planes is good. I hate Cavern. I hate Cavern so much. I used to love Cavern back in the days of, like, Top Miracles, but it's gotten so much worse when everyone's, like, playing back to basics, and Death and Taxes is playing so many more creatures that aren't humans and stuff. There's been a lot of evolutions in Legacy, to the point where I dislike the Cavern. Probably fine to play 1. Like, it's probably fine to play a Canopy. I like having a lot of basics. It's just a lot more consistent. The only matchups where you really want Cavern are, like, Sneak. So you like have uncounterable Thalias and Prelates, and sometimes Miracles, but sometimes it's just miserable against Miracles, so it's a trade-off. Occasionally, like, you can cast a Thalia through a Daze or something, but then there's also points where you get your Cavern Wastelanded, or your Cavern can't cast your Plows and stuff. It's fair avenue, though. It's good to have Cavern in some matchups. It's definitely, like, I'm not super adamant about a lot of decisions on taxes, like some people are, like, never play these cards ever, like, they're really bad. Like, they are good in some points, and if you like them, then play them. Go ahead. Like, Death and Taxes is very customizable, and if you enjoy playing a card, then, like, that's totally fine. It's very hard to come up with, like, oh, this is objectively the best Death and Taxes list, because there are upsides to playing a lot of the cards in the deck, Cavern included. For a long time, I was, like, a big naysayer of Palace Jailer. I just, like, hated the card. But eventually I came around to it, and, like, yeah, I hated Palace Jailer, and I thought I was really bad, but I am still of the opinion that, like, you shouldn't be playing more than one Palace Jailer, because I don't think the effect is that good. Like, people that are playing 2, God forbid 3, I think are still insane, but Montserrat Avenger, Grix is on a down tick. I think it's fine. Yeah, I have seen a lot less Grixis recently. What is my record looking like? It's still 12. I've seen, but Sarah Avenger's probably fine. I've seen a lot more Delver decks, especially like blue-red Delver floating around and stuff. I wouldn't hate something like Sarah Avenger again. Problem is that I really like my 60, and I like don't know what I would want to cut for like another random flex creature. Did I ever set up Carbo Live? Is that online? Oh yeah, it looks like it's up. Okay, we're good. I just really like my 60, and I don't know what I would shave for something. Mad Titan is our opponent. Nice. Sounds good. Sounds good, and then we're just gonna get like flattened by Reanimator or something. Opponent on Mold 6. Deal. Put on Mold 5. Alright. Hopefully we don't get flattened by Red-Black Reanimator. Cleric wasn't great for me. I like Second Crusader. Yeah, I was playing Cleric back when like Dredge got really big. We're actually playing as Red-Black. God damn it. Well, we have 3 cards left in hand, so hopefully we can get to, like, something that matters. They're probably going to take Thalia, though. This is the only really card in our hand that does anything. But they're on 3 cards. Unless their cards are, like, land... No, they can't even, like, do anything on 3, right? I guess they could, like, Faithless Looting into... No, they only have 1 card left after that, so they can't, like, reanimate in that turn, too. Took the Mom. Oh, okay. Now they take the Thalia. We still have Stoneforge. Like, Stoneforge is a pretty quick clock, and Batterswell does beat a lot of their threats. I don't know if I'd actually want Batterskull. Oh, nice. These are the hands that I like. Why would you even ever do this? Just, like, keep the Reanimate and hope to draw, like, a Faithless Looting or something. You're never going to win by having a Thalia in play. I have a Ballista in my hand. No one's ever won a game. No one's ever won a Reanimator versus Death and Taxes by reanimating their Thalia and attacking me 10 times. Why even waste the 2 life? And the card... I guess I just Ballista this? Do I just cast Stoneforge? I think, yeah, I'm just gonna cast Stoneforge. I don't give a fuck about this Thalia. This is like the 3rd time this has happened to me in a couple weeks. Like, the person that, like, reanimated my Sanctum Prelate, and I got a Thalia reanimated against me, like, on Tuesday or something. Let's slam a Stoneforge. It's, like, less mana efficient, because we can file in a Stoneforge next turn, and we can't file in a Walking Ballista, but I don't care. Just gonna grab, like, Sword. Draw cards? I want Jailer to draw cards. I guess we just grab Skull. The Thalia even locks them out of casting stuff! They can't cast 1s anymore. I'm just gonna Wasteland their Badlands. It's probably even better for them to reanimate Mother of Runes over the Thalia. You can't cast a 2-drop, opponent. You reanimated my Thalia. I'm just gonna leave it in play. You can keep it. It's still taxing you. Goodbye. Good game. Well played. They can use it to fog me if I don't want to attack through it. It's like Revoker, Lotus Petal, maybe. Oh, they're gonna unmask me? Alright, I guess I'll do a bunch of stuff. What am I naming with this Revoker? Do I even care if they take it? I name Lotus Petal, or I could just name Grizzlebrand. Probably just doesn't matter, right? Grizzlebrand's still kind of scary. Yeah, no, they'll probably take Jailer, so we probably won't have Jailer anymore. Yeah, we could probably just, like, stand to leave Thalia and play. Name Petal. They have 0 cards in hand, so yeah, they need a lot to kill me. Four, 5, 6, 7. So I ping this Thalia, I still don't have 2-turn lethal. So if I attack... 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, it's just like not too... They'll turn off their fetch lands, though. It's probably worth it. Because they're just going to, like, block the Thalia with the Germ anyway. Or block the Germ with the Thalia anyway. Probably worth just turning off more of their mana sources here. By just shutting off fetch lands. They need to draw, like, exactly 2nd basic swamp to cast anything. Yeah, if they fetch with that, they just die. You know? Cool. We won game 1 against Red-Black. That does not happen a lot, so that's sweet. Bring in 13 cards, cut all the equipment, and all the Stone Forges, and all the Moms. And then Spirit Keeper. There we go. It's good. I've played against this matchup so many times. Red-Black's actually hitting the #1 spot, which is currently tied Ant and Miracles at 20 matches apiece. After this match is over, we'll have played against Red-Black 20 times as well. So the top 3 decks that I've played against in 300 matches of Legacy, well, 298. 300 matches by the end of the stream. The top 3 decks will be Ant, Miracles, and Red-Black Reanimator. Crocs is good. Chalice is medium, minus. Delver, Miracles, and Sneak. Like, which Delver variant? Because if I'm combining Delver variants, it probably gets somewhere to the top. What are you whining about, Cat? No, she's still sleeping. Or basically asleep. Grixis Delver. Grixis Delver's like all the way down. Yeah, 9 on Grixis Delver. Miracles at 20, and then Sneaks at 8. Yeah. I mean, Miracles, or not Miracles. Legacy's just kind of wide open. Krogus is really good. On the play, Chalice on 1 is just going to be way too slow, I think. What are you meowing about? What do you want? I'll just mulligan for, like, Surgical. Yeah, I'll keep those. We have Karakas and Path and a Containment Priest. Do I want this? Do I want more stuff? So, we're probably not getting this Containment Priest. I assume it's getting Thought Seized, or they're making a fatty before this happens. So, do I want a follow-up that, like, taxes them? Thalia plus Rishadenport might be able to do something. If they're bottoming it, helps me find, like, better cards faster. I think we're gonna bottom it. Like, we'd find Rest in Pieces or Surgicals or something. Or just, like, more removal spells. Yeah. At least we still have Karakas and Path, but Containment Priest going down was probably bound to happen. There's no way they don't keep a hand that's either faster than Priest or Thought Seizes me before they do anything. Maybe they take Path and plan on, like, making a thing before I Priest. But no, I have Priest plus Wisp, so I can actually just, like, Wisp their thing if it's in play, too. That's wild. You know, like, turn 1 me and also take this Path? But... how is this gonna win? I have a Path to Exile in my hand! You're not gonna... this isn't gonna kill me. I'm at 20 life and you're making a Flicker Wisp. Why does he... why do people keep doing this? I literally have a removal spell for this Flicker Wisp in my hand right now. This does nothing. I'm not even going to kill this. I'm just going to take, like, 9 from it for all I care. I'm not going to kill it until I need to. Maybe I actually do kill it and then just, like, Containment Priest after. Oh, they're going to... wait. Oh, sure. Needle me. Okay. Needle my Caracas? We have just Containment Priest coming down the pipeline. Yeah, sure, resolves. Yep, sure. Maybe I just Path this and then Containment Priest. Let me just race it, though, right? Containment Priest into Crusader. Just don't even need to fire off this Path yet. Yeah, this is fine. I'm just blown away. The audacity of my opponent. Guess we can't quite race it, right? Maybe we can once we, like, cast Mirror and Crusader here, too. Alright. Did I just play this? I'll just rest in peace and Path. This game's over. I don't want to get, like, my Containment Priest massacred and then, like, my Rest in Peace Thoughtseizes or something. This game just ends if I cast Rest in Peace and Path their Flicker Wisp. My Flicker Wisp. Yeah, this game's just over. You got it, boss. Guess I'm just playing Mirror and Crusader and killing them. Maybe they'll massacre me and then also wear tear my Rest in Peace. Then we, like, recruit for Remorseful Cleric. I'm just not even playing Recruiter here. I'm just going to cast Vile and port them. Well, it doesn't do anything, obviously, with my Priest in play, but they're not doing anything for this game. They're just dead. Like, massacre me, and we're still winning. God, I don't even... what was that match? What even was that match? There was... why? That Flicker Wisp is 0% to close the distance. Why would they do that? Why not Thoughtseize the Containment Priest and try to draw, like... I don't... they had a needle, so, like, they can needle the Caracas and then try to, like, reanimate an Iona or something. Like, that would have been pretty good. Why Thoughtseize the Flicker Wisp and just make a 3-1 on turn 1? That's not gonna win the game. You don't get to, like, Delver me. That's not how your deck works. We finally get to add a tick to the pre-board wins column, which is now at 5. 5 out of 20. 25% win rate in game 1 of the red-black matchup. God. That fucking match. I don't have words. Why? Legitimately, just what was their plan? What was going through their head? They're like, yeah, this is my best line to win the game. I feel like their best line to win the game was just like Thoughtseize the Priest, Needle the Caracas, find like Faithless Looting or Entomb for Iona and just reanimate that. That seems like just a much better line, right? Must be nice. I mean, I'll take the win. We're 3-0, guaranteed prize now, so that's cool. I'm just sometimes you just like play against potato opponents and you wish you like knew how the matchup really played out. Like my Miracles win rate, like I'm 17-3 against Miracles. I don't know how good my Miracles matchup actually is, because there's no way that my Miracles matchup's that good. I'm gonna get my buddy Patrick Green, who is helping me play through Miracles. He's gonna come onto the stream at some point, and we're gonna jam D&T verse Miracles, so he can put me in my place. But until then, I'm gonna keep bragging about my Miracles win rate. I'm still frustrated. I want the next match to start so I can forget about this fucking turn 1 Thalia me and then turn 1 Flicker Wisp me. Perfect hand. This hand's pretty good. This hand's a very good 6. Got Vial, got Thalia, got Mom. What I'm hearing is counter Q in league. Please counter Q me in leagues. Don't stream snipe me, but please, I want to play against competent Miracles players. Do I want to top this? I feel like this is good in enough matchups where I want to top this, right? We're already like pretty like more or less insulated against some of the combo decks with Thalia. This is good against. I guess if we top this, we're playing against Miracles. I feel like a moron because his hand is just very bad against Miracles. Besides Thalia. What do you want? What do you want? Come say out of the stream. Curves out. I think I'm just gonna top it. You can say out of the stream? Want to say hi to the stream, kitty? Force Pitch Counterspell. Oh, great. We're playing against Miracles. And we topped the Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Please, get non-basic. Get a Tundra. Do it. Oh, damn it. Never lucky. Shuffle on the Ponder. Do that. Yes. Good. Second Force. Wow. Opponent, no fun. Yeah. Opponent's desperately trying to hit their second land drop. Hopefully they find a non-basic and wasteland them. Or no land. Fucking deal. Let's go. Off to the fucking races. Let us begin the beatdown. Well, they're out of the brainstorm. Screw. They bottom both. Still trying to find a land. They found a land. And that finds a basic plains too, which is pretty obnoxious. They just take that hit though, interesting. So they don't know their top card. They bottom two on this Preordain. Again, why don't I get Miracle's opponent? This Miracle's opponent isn't playing bad. They just, like, kept one land, like, force Brainstorm and, like, planned to, like, those are hands that Miracles keeps. And then my opponent just happened to get unlucky. Like, Brainstorm, or Ponder Shuffle into Brainstorm Whiff on lands, into, like, Preordain to try to find it. This isn't, like, a bad opponent. This is just an unlucky opponent. Did I just jam Spirit Keeper here? My opponent does not have Terminus. I think we just want to deal as much damage as possible. Or my opponent doesn't have Terminus set up yet. We're just gonna jam here. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when they blind Terminus me in a second. Alright, we did it. We dodged blind Terminus. Not great to keep a one-lander in the blind in a mana-hungry deck. I don't know. I think, like, Miracles players, like, keep one-land triple cantrip hands a fair amount. I'm hoping that this Ponder... Okay, this Ponder shuffled, so they don't have Terminus set up still. Is my plan just lose to Terminus? I guess if they plow one of my guys, I'll play the Mom. If not, then I won't. I assume they're going to plow one of my guys. Yeah. I don't know how many cantrips were in their opener, but I assume it was at least 2. Like, and force, and having like a Force of Will if they're against a combo deck. I think that hand is like pretty fine as a Miracles player for 5 whole matches. Jace unsummon my Spirit Keeper. That's kind of rude. What do I want to do here? Everyone's playing the Omniscience draft. Yeah, the Magic Arena thing. Do I want to play the second Mom? Am I just, like, getting hard blasted by a Terminus here? I think I just need to make sure this Jace gets off the board. And if they have Terminus, we just, like, fucking die. Well, we might, like, Brainstorm set up Terminus so we can clear the Jace, but then need to, like, find action really fast. Yeah, I imagine that we're getting hopefully we don't get Terminus this turn, like, Brainstorm into Terminus. Because then we're super dead. Opponent is desperately trying to find something. Jesus. Guess opponent's really trying to dig deep for that Terminus. How many Brainstorms have they cast? 3? So it's unlikely that they can, like, draw a Terminus on my turn here. Second Plow sucks a lot. I think I'm just going to attack... Jeez, if they have, like, Snap Plow and I attack the Mom at the Jace, that's horrifying. But, like, they're at 7, I'd love to hit them with the Spirit Keeper. I could just attack the Jace with the Spirit Keeper. I guess that's the same as attacking with, like, the Jace and the Mom, right? Or attack the Spirit Keeper and the Mom. But they could easily have Snap Plow here, and that means that they could keep the Jace alive if I just send a Mom at it. Or if I even send 2 Moms at it and, like, Spirit Keeper at their face. So I think I can't set up lethal next turn, and we're just, like, gonna get Terminus and fucking die. We just need to make sure this Jace gets off the table. So attack it with Spirit Keeper and Mom here. Oh, wait, no, they have a... Oh, I have 2 paws in my hand. What the fuck am I doing playing around Snapcaster Mage? I gotta dealt them 3 here. Looking that it probably won't matter. We'll see, but I think we're just gonna get Terminus into Oblivion. Oh, they didn't have, wow, they didn't have Terminus? Or maybe they put 2 cards down? No, they wouldn't, because then they would have wanted to set up... Yeah. Man, I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I just missed, like, lethal this turn. Yeah, if it'd be at 4 here, we could actually just attack them for lethal. Shit. Fucking idiot. Now we can just attack. We can clear the Jace at least. But I'm just assuming that they have Terminus forever. Ooh, it's a good card for post-Terminus, I think. Clear the Jace. Hit them for 1 here. Would love to just have killed them, but... Yeah, I think we just need to, like, Stoneforge as an additional threat here. Because if they don't have Terminus, we can just win, but I'm assuming they would have set it up by now. Nope. Still have not found it. I'll play 1. Actually, maybe I won't. They have, what, 3 cards in hand? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, hello. You don't usually like to be on camera. So this Spirit Keeper's already just lethal. So maybe I just don't care about any of this. Yeah, just wait. Hey, don't bite at that. Gimme that. Still no Terminus. I just, like, didn't find a Terminus in a million years. Hello. What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? So opponent has 4 cards in hand. Yeah, just attack with Spirit Keeper again. Cool, we did it. Definitely missed 3 points of damage to their face, which could have ended the game a turn earlier, but opponent just went through half their deck and never found a Terminus, so we got there. Good. Good work, Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Being very bad Mirren Crusader. Opponent got supremely unlucky those games. Or that game, I guess. That was only 1 game. So what, 9 cards usually come in? Yeah, I feel like they got pretty unlucky. I was assuming they had Terminus for like 3 turns, and they just never had it. I was like, well, we're still probably dead if they have a Terminus this turn, or this turn, or this turn, and they just fucking never found it. Got all these bad cards that we found that game, and then just, like, weren't good. Cut all the cards that we won with. We won with a board of Mother of Runes and Spirit Keepers and Source of Plashes in our hand, and we're just going to cut all those cards. And then bring in these real good ones. This fits fine. Jealous so insane in this matchup. Why are you licking my hand, cat? I need that to play Magic. She's now sitting in my lap, so... She's camera shy. You guys might be able to hear her purring. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic. Ah, the perfect hand. The actual good hand. I think we're bottoming this. Wasteland, the Wasteland's pretty terrible. Especially my opponent just fetched all non-basics that whole game. Or all basics that whole game. Like, they might just be on the blue-white version, in which case it's even worse. Just rather draw much better cards. Especially if they... Well, if they force my Vial, I'd probably want a 3rd land, but... Yup. Ooh, that's a much better card to draw than Wasteland, because we can just do that on turn 2 if I don't want to play Thalia. I probably will play Thalia, depending on what they do, but Thalia also prevents me from getting turn 2 mentored. Or turn 3 mentored, which we are... Or Thalia doesn't. Did I say that? Thalia does not prevent that from happening, whereas Port does. But having 2 Thalias in hand makes me want to get one, deploy one as soon as possible. Ooh, double ports. That's hot. So we could port them, and then we could Thalia port them, and then we could, like, Thalia port them. Or we could just Thalia them, and then we could Thalia port them. I'm not sure which one is better. I think I just want to jam Thalia here. Better against, like, cantrips and stuff. Worse against just Slam Mentor. Nice, no Mentors. I dig it. That's what I want to see. I also want to see them plow my Thalia. Wow, doesn't change my file. That's mean. Why would you do that, opponent? We're taking up this file. Faux show. Yes. Now we can just port them into Oblivion. I mean, I could try, but it seems a lot worse because the only thing in our hand is the only thing in play is Thalia. Can you stop chewing at the cords, cat? Huh? Can you just sit in my lap like a normal cat and not chew at things? So I could port or I could recruit. If I recruited, I'd probably just recruit another recruiter, is the awkward thing. Just because I'd want to be safe versus Terminus. Luckily, so they can't Jace me yet. They don't know their top cards, so I don't need to be worried about... Can you guys... Alright, both of you get out of here. Stop bugging me, both of you. I just like making the board a little bit better for me and then start double porting. There's like 3 power I like a lot more than 2 power. Just go find another recruiter of the guard, keep it in land drops. We'll make 1/1s for 3. It's a lot better when you're putting them in off Aether Vial, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Back to basics is marginally annoying. It means my port plan is not very good. Ooh. I like just Aether Vial go here. Try to get my Aether Vial back online. This is their Jace turn, so they could like Jace bounce the Thalia. Oh, nice, never mind. We good. Do you have to be wary about Terminus, like we were last game? Be worried about if they like keep on ponders and stuff. Did not shuffle, but maybe will shuffle. Oh, Thalia, sure. Back up. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. I like this plan. Just gonna jam another Thalia. Maybe jamming Revoker is better. There's no revoking Jace right now. They could still, like, plow it and then Jace me. I'd rather have Revoker's leftovers than, like, they answer my Thalia here. Also, if we find a 4th land, this Cataclysm's just, like, wrecking their whole life. Especially because they just forced the Thalia. 4th land here, it means they're just getting dumpstered. Fine, they found Jace and Jace me. God, I hope we rip 4th land so bad. Please. Come on, give me that land. Give me that land, deck. Let me crush this Jace. just destroy this Jace's whole life. Ah, damn it. Well, this Flickers can set me up for a Cataclysm by flickering and untapping my port at some point. Or like flickering out the back to basics or whatever. But for now, I'll just attack it and then revoke it, probably. That means they need to answer to Revoker to keep Jacing. I'm gonna wait till their draw step to revoke it in case they have Terminus. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Sure. So you find like a Snapcaster, another Plow, another Disenchant. There are a lot of things that definitely like turns the Jace back online, but at the same time, the Cataclysm's the card they really need to worry about. And if they can't get their Jace back online, then obviously this Revoker's actually going to crush them into the dust, and we don't even need to Cataclysm yet. Alright, there we go. Yep. It's a rip 4th land here, and even if not, they get one more turn with Jace, and hopefully they don't have Force. Land? Land would be convenient. Still no lands is kind of annoying. I think I'm just going to cash in this Recruiter, since I'm definitely planning on Flicker Wisping my own land to untap it for this Cataclysm. Oh my god, these cats are being super annoying. I need to lock them out. Can you not? Psst, psst, hey, get off that. I think I just need to cash this Recruiter for the Snapcaster. And hopefully they don't have like another counter spell for when I try to Cataclysm them. Oh, please counter this. AK. I mean, you don't have an AK in the yard, so whatever. You could also, like, flicker out the Jace for turn. Just try to kill it like that, but I think I like the Cataclysm playing a lot more. Just, like, way higher upside if they don't have another Force. Sure. These cats are really annoying. I need to kick them out. Hopefully we just win this game. We don't have to deal. There you go. Kick them out of here. What do you want? What do you want from me? What do they do with the Ponder? They did not shuffle. Played another land. Sweet. Disenchant my file. That's rude. That means we're response. Can you not? We're response activating Vial. We need to flicker this Rashad Port though to set up for Cataclysm. Now we don't have Vial post Cataclysm, but oh well. I could just not Cataclysm yet and just try to take this Jace off the board. It is free, because if I just cast the Cataclysm right now, it would kill my Cleric, so I can just send the Cleric at the Jace and the Flickers with their face and see what they do first. I probably would still end up Cataclysming, but I can see if they make a move first. But Flickering Vial to save it and just wait for a land. That's also viable, but I think if I resolve this Cataclysm, we're just, like, in the driver's seat already. And brainstorm into Terminus here. It's annoying because it leaves me with actual no, or it leaves me with one land, but it also leaves the opponent with one land and one card in hand, so that's fine. So cast the Terminus. And then we exile their Yard, because I don't care about Remorseful Cleric, and it turns off like their AKs and snaps and stuff. Can you not, chat? Get out of here! I think I'm still just slamming this Cataclysm, though. Last card counterspell, get me. Bring back the cat, that's why we're subbed. Oh, they're making a 2-1. Alright, 12-turn clock. If we draw like one more land, though, we just have Thalia. Bring back Ramos. The cats have now left. They finally listened to me. Alright, so opponent's hellbent and missing a lot of their lands, so we just need to find any land and we just immediately slam Thalia. Sweet. This is a Lotus Petal, notably, because my opponent still has back to basics, but we're way ahead on clock and this thing is first strike, and it just locks him out of casting cantrips and stuff. Sick. Well, we found all the lands that were hiding when I was trying to cast this Cataclysm. I guess I'm fine that I'm drawing them now. Still like 3-4. Welcome. This is Hero Blade able to 3-4? I don't even know its stats. Alright, well, we need my opponent to miss or not have a plow for the next 3 turns. And even then, like, we find another land and we're golden. Hey, look at that. They would force that. Yeah, sure. We still have Recruiter. They answer the Thalia, we have Judgment, too. They need to chump block this Thalia. Man, my cat, it didn't work out like this. Yeah. I mean, my opponent was also Brainstorm locked when they catted, too, so they, like, weren't hitting anything on their first draws. And we needed just, like, one land to go off after. And we knew a lot of their, like, lands that actually produce mana. I guess we can't really set up lethal either way. Let's just, like, recruit for whatever. Recruit for Ballista, I guess, is pretty good here. Ballista means that Recruiter is lethal. So if they have, like, land plow for Thalia, we can still just recruit Ballista, kill them. Hey, we did it! Look at that! That's how you play Cataclysm. You just... you Cataclysm and leave them with a 2-1 when you're at 24 life and pray that you draw a second land. And then rip it off the top. Am I, like, above the camera? Has this camera been falling? Yeah. That's better. Keyboard and Cat against Eldrazi post decks. Definitely against the post decks. Less so against, like, the normal Eldrazi Stompy decks. They vary in speed, obviously. Like, the ones with Mimic, I like it less, but I think it's still fine. It's been more fine as, like, even the fast decks have been slowing down. Like, the weird post-hybrid deck. The one that won GP Shizuoka was, like, playing Mimics and, like, Monoliths and Posts and stuff. And it's kind of weird, but I think it's still fine. It's probably better than, like, other garbage in your deck, too. Like, Thalia and Mother of Runes are already so bad, and you probably don't have 8 cards to bring in. There's cat hair all over my keyboard. Thanks, cats. 54, 37 wins. Now I'm 18 out of 21 against Miracles. So my pre-board wins are like almost like a little over 50%. My post-board wins are just a lot higher in this matchup. I wonder if it's just like Miracles players like don't expect Cataclysm and just get wrecked by it every time. And that's why I keep beating Miracles. My pre-board win rate's almost exactly 50. Maybe I should play second Cat over Gideon. I think Cataclysm is just insane. Like, even without like the rise of the post decks that happened, Cataclysm is just so much better against both Miracles and Grixis, I think. Just like, you'll win so much more games. I've definitely lost a lot more games where I've cast a Gideon than I have lost where I've cast a Cataclysm. So many games against Grixis, you're like, oh, Gideon. And they're like, okay, like, kill your guy, attack with a Snapcaster, or bolt it, or K-command it, or whatever. Or against Miracles, they're just like, oh, well, I'll Council's Judgment it, or I'll attack it with, like, some Snapcasters, plow through your guys, Terminus you, whatever. You haven't lost any games when you cast Hero. That's true. That's accurate. Is Hero of Blade Hold a Soldier? Can I, like, justifiably play that in Soldier Stompy? Of Blade Hold. It's gotta be a soldier, right? It's a knight? Fuck. God. Unplayable garbage. I guess if it was a soldier, they would probably actually play it in Soldier Stompy, right? Over, like, that stupid Captain of the Watch or whatever, that 6-drop that, like, makes 3/1/1s. But, alas, it is... it's a fucking knight. But yeah, long story short, Cataclysm was insane. I tweeted about it yesterday, I think. I was just like, people, D&D players, just start playing Cataclysms in your sideboards, please. Just please do it. It's so good. It's a lot harder to cast. Like, picking your spot can be relevant. A lot of people are like, oh, I cast a Cataclysm and then I died and my opponent hit land drops. It's like, you do have to know when it's right to play it. And usually, you don't just, like, jam it on 4. Oftentimes, I like to hold it until either, like, I need to, like, there's a Jason play that I can't answer, or, like, if my opponent starts missing land drops and they're on, like, 5 or 6 lands and they're a control deck, then it's, like, a good time to play Cataclysm. Sometimes you do just cast Cataclysm and cross your fingers that you win the game, and I have lost games where I've cast Cataclysm. There was one game against Miracles. I think it was sometime last week, maybe, where I did cast a Cataclysm and lose, because it was just like, okay, I'm dead if I don't cast this, so I need to cast this and then hope. But then my opponent hit a bunch of land drops and I died. And sometimes that does happen. It doesn't, like, it's not a win the game button, but it's just very close to it. And it's going to win you a lot of games that no other card will. Against 4-color Loam, too, I like to board it in, not because it's good, but because it's an emergency, oh shit, like, nothing else is going to save me here. Like, nuke 2 Planeswalkers and rebuild from there. It is not especially good against 4-color Loam, but I like it better than, like, some of the random Piddlers in the deck. Just because oftentimes they go on the... Oh god, the cat's doing something. I hear her messing with something. Be right back. Waiting for stage 1 to load up anyway. How do you feel about Sword of War and Peace? Sword of War and Peace is good if you want to be, like, exactly Miracles, but I've hated it for the same reason that I dislike Brightling. While it's very good against Miracles, it's very bad against Grixis. And Grixis, like, there being 2 big pillars of control decks in the format, you want your cards to be good against both of them. Which kind of push stuff like Brightling and Sword of War and Peace out of the way. But it's also, like, good against combo decks, good against Punishing Fire decks. It's just, like, horrendous against Grixis. I've seen this person's name before. I have no idea what they play, but... Woof. Maybe they're on Red-Black Reanimator. Just snap keep this hand. The only hands they ever win with. I think this hand's a mulligan. Battle Skull's like already a 6. This is a keepable 6, but there are just a lot better 6s that exist. And I think mulliganing would... Like any 6 with like Vial or Thalia or even Stoneforge would just be better than this. Ugh, yeah. Mulling mediocre 7s into unkeepable 6s is what I live for. But I'm mulligan 2, so. Let's go to 5. Hey, this 5 is a 5 that exists. Hey, it's the Ancient Tomb. Look how good it is right here. When I'm on 1 spell, essentially. I'm gonna bottom this, right? It doesn't let me do anything besides, like, I could, like, turn 2 Stoneforge, turn 3 play and equip a Jite. If I keep this Ancient Tomb. I have no idea how relevant that is, and I feel like in a lot of more matchups I'll be, yeah, I'd bottom that, no matter what land. Although, if it was a port, I'd be a lot more tempted, because, like, it lets me vial and port, which is a lot more relevant. But, like, the Ancient Tomb is just garbage. Ouch, that hurts. Well, at least we have Stoneforge. They're probably forced next to mill to 5, and we could easily be on a 1-lander. Blue-red Delver? Alright, well... Man, I really wish we had an Ancient Tomb to play and equip Jite to my Stoneforge. Even port. Yeah, like, port's more tempting. I think I'd ultimately bottom it still. But it can't daze me, so... Let's just jam Stoneforge. I think I'm getting Jite. Only has 3 cards in hand, but Jite is still so good, and we can't really afford to have this Stoneforge die and be stuck with a useless Batterskull in our hand. We could also get, like, Sword, but... Yeah. Ooh. Second Stoneforge, you say?
How's it going?
Pretty good. We're almost done with this league here.
My friends want to go see Spider-Verse at 9:30. Do you want to...
Yeah, I saw. We can go.
Okay.
Alright, so, no, I'm still looking at their exile. So they have 2 cards in. Maybe I grab Batterskull now. We already have Jite. So I don't mind if we get stranded with Batterskull, because we have like, Jite, which is arguably as good as Fire and Ice. And if my opponent can't remove the Stoneforge, this Batterskull just, like, pushes their shit in. Spider-Man, yeah. Dude, Spider-Verse was so dope. Everyone in chat right now.
Yeah, this is the second
just
time
go watch, yeah. I've already watched Spider-Verse. I'm just gonna go watch it a second time. The movie was so fucking good. Everybody go watch Spider-Verse. That movie was amazing. We're not gonna block that. I don't want to lose my Stoneforge to a Brainstorm. I only do have another Bolt. It's kind of sad, but it's life. If only we had an Ancient Doom to cast this Batterskull. JK. We wouldn't have drawn the Stoneforge that turn, obviously. Ooh. I don't know if I like getting my Jite dazed. Just like Revoke Grand. Jite here. But I could also have like Spell Pierce. I think I can wait a turn. So I play the Jite next turn. What am I naming? Nothing, right? Just like Grim Lavamancer. Just no activated abilities in Blue-Red Delver. I'm going to like daze the Jite next turn to stall it, but I think I'm fine with that since we're at 15. My opponent said something in chat. What'd they say? Hi, have a good match. What a nice opponent. But it's been too long. I already didn't say anything for 3 minutes. I can't say that now. I will choose not to block. Also, we draw a 5th land and play through Daze. But we could also get Spell Pierced or something. My opponent's been leaving up this Flooded Strand forever. Oof. This Palace Jailer could be good. But we've been playing around Daze so long, might as well keep playing around it. Might have a Bolt. If they have a Bolt, whatever, we just like jam Jailer next turn. What's this? What do they have here? Vapor Snag, rude. Well, hopefully they don't deploy another threat. God. Why do I open my mouth? Save? Alright. I need to make some decisions here. So if I'm playing this land, if I Palace Jailer their Delver, it could just go horrendously for me. If they, like, have another bolt, they've only cast 2. I Palace Jailer the Delver, and they just hit me, like, bolt the Jailer, hit me with Swift Spirit, it just goes horrendously. I think it's better to Revoker plus equip with Jite, because they're kind of priced into bolting that, and then it's safer for me to Jailer, or even, like, just cast Batterskull. Leave a Wasteland in case they, like, pop me. Just gonna snap block this Swift Spear if they give me the chance. Otherwise, we're trying to just set up for this Jailer to actually be useful. I was really hoping they didn't have a second threat, so this Jailer would have been really good this turn. The Delver throw a wrench in the plans, though. So now we just need them to miss on having useful things. But, I mean, if I connect with GTA, the game just ends on the spot, I think. But even without connecting with the GTA, there's a chance this Batterskull can end the game. If I just jam it at some point. I'm definitely just jamming Batterskull as soon as I hit a 6th land, and maybe if I hit a 5th land if I'm in danger of dying. Or maybe if I only have 5 lands, if I'm in danger of dying. Swift Spear, sure. Yeah, see, if I had, like, Jailered the Delver and they just double Swift Spear me, especially if they had, like, a 1-drop to cast 2, it would have gone terrible. Well, I hope they don't have another Vapor Snag. We're just gonna fucking attack. Just getting in. Is it time to Batterskull now? Or is it time to Palace Jailer? They need to have a lot of spells to like, kill the Jailer and get through the GTA. I think it's just Jailer time. I think the cat's doing something. So it's not that bad if they take the Monarchy from me anymore. Force of Will. It's kind of rude. They have no more cards in hand. We're just going to pick off a Swift Spear right now. We're at 12, and they have no cards in hand, and they're super dead to this Batterskull. So we're just going to kill a Swift Spear in response. That's a pretty good one. But hopefully this Batterskull puts him in the ground. I should about take us to see it tomorrow. Good. See it. It's amazing.
It's the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
It is. It was truly spectacular. I'm excited to see it a second time. Per your recommendation. Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad I could use my vast internet influence to get other people to watch this movie. Because it is that good.
And they probably don't know how unenthusiastic you are
About stuff.
About stuff in general.
Wow, they're just bolting my face. They know I have Batterskull in hand. Wow, they're super dead. We're at 6. What can they draw to kill me? Like, nothing. I guess, like, Pop. Eh, we have Wasteland now, so Pop doesn't even kill me. And then the Batterskull just ends their life. Like, another Vapor Snag could go poorly for me, but it's not lethal. By your, I mean the brains behind the streamer. I get you. I see where your intentions truly lie. Alright, so this matchup. I don't know if this is a Chalice matchup or not. Maybe it is. Their artifact removal is so taxed, whatever they choose, like Abrade, Smash the Smithereens, whatever. It's not like Ancient Grudge against Rug Delver. Oh, well, there are other reasons why I don't board in Chalice versus Rug Delver, but their artifact removal is just 1-for-1. We have a lot of artifacts. Every time my girlfriend recommends something, I always blow it off and it ends up being good. That's about how it works, too.
Thanks. I feel validated.
And Chalice Void might be okay, but the problem is our ones are so good in this matchup. Like, Path, Plow, and Mom are all insane in this matchup. Maybe Chalice Void just isn't worth it. Especially on the draw. Maybe I'll try it on the play. What sucks, though? Crusader sucks. Is it Wizards and Legacy? What in the world? Oh, I don't know if it's actually like the Wizards. At some point I've seen like the Blue-Red Delver decks that were playing Wizards Lightning and more Wizards. But I think most of the decks are just Blue-Red Delver. They're just like called Is It Wizards? Because Goldfish doesn't know how to label things. Like fucking Golgari Wastes. What does it even mean? It's just Turbo Depths. Just call it Depths. Golgari Wastes. But yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, if it tells you the deck, it'll say Is It Wizards, but for the most part, it's just Blue-Red Delver. I have not seen Wizards Lightning in a good while. Oh wait, these are Roker Suck. That's what I'm cutting. And a Recruiter, maybe? Maybe Jailer. Jailer's very slow, and they also might be on True Names. Do you cut a Cleric even though they got Snappy? No, Cleric's just good at blocking Delver. That's all I really care about. I don't really care that it exiles graveyards. It just blocks Delvers. This looks decent. This does not look decent, on the other hand. Put a mulligan to 6 as well, though. Was that the mulligan to 5 that we won there? That was, right? Yuck. Yeah, well, there's always game 3. Yeah, this hand's pretty good for a 5. Double removal spell and a Mother of Runes. Bomb the shit out of that. Nothing, huh? Thalia? Alright. I guess they did keep a 6. So maybe they don't have anything. Maybe they're like gonna turn 2 Brainstorm into stuff. Yeah. Turn 2 Brainstorm into Swift Spirit or Delver or something. They don't answer this Mom, though. This Mom gets to beat him up. They might just bolt the Mom. Play the control deck. Yep. Now we just jam Thalia.
Oh no.
Bolt the Thalia. 2-mana preordained, fucking deal. You get to like back up Thalia with Caracas now. And a Delver, sure. We got Plow for that. A little bit punished by not playing Caracas last turn, so I can't port. But I think I'm just plowing this Delver anyway. We're just going to plow the Delver and leave up Caracas. Plow it now, well, they can't cast anything. We have enough mana to like Judgment through our own Thalia if we need to, if they like slam True Name. Or just port, keep leaving up Caracas because the Thalia is their only threat. We got a plan. We in fact have a plan. I don't know how good it is. My opponent still has 4 cards in hand to our 2. Deal. God. Opponents casting 2-mana cantrips is really like the best feeling playing Death and Taxes. Your opponent casts like 2-mana Preordain and the next turn casts 2-mana Brainstorm, it just feels amazing. don't think I cancels Judgment, though. Ugh, it's not a good draw. Do I just keep attacking, though? Could use Thalia to just Brickwall the Swift Spear, and if they try to cast stuff and block, I can, like, block and bounce my Thalia. That does open up to Bolts. If they, like, cantrip first. They only have 2 cards named, though. I think we won't attack. I think we're better off if we just sit on our hands. Like, our top decks are just better, especially we're at 19. We're not really in danger of getting burned out here. Only scary card is... I don't even know what would be scary here. Risk factor, we just, like, take 8.
Really?
So they attack, I'd snap off this block, because they would have to cast a 2-mana card to trigger the prowess, and then we just pick up the Thalia. So not great draws. Now we can cast Council Judgment and still leave up Caracas, but again, I'm pretty set here, just kind of sitting for a little bit, hanging out. Not worth, yeah. Like, I could Council Judgment the Swift Spirit and start attacking, yeah. So this block is totally fine for me. Yeah, exactly. But is realizing they need at least 4 mana to attack profitably. Oof, this Prelate's really good. Now we get a Prelate on 1. That's nuts.
Wow.
He's gonna, like, bolt my face. Yep. Prelate on 1 here is so good. Cat stream. Was there a cat in the background for a second?
And she climbed on the window again.
Oh, she jumped in the window. All the time wants the kitty back. In the stream.
She went under the bed. Can we get another cat?
Do you want that cat, or do you just want a cat? Because cat climbed under the bed, but we still have a dog.
Here, have this one.
Oh. Oh god, she's clawing.
Or don't have
she's
it.
clawing the shit out of my back. We're just not gonna port this turn. It's more important to leave up this Caracas, I think. Sulfuric Vortex, huh? I don't think this is gonna go well for my opponent. We can always Council Judgment if we need to, but I think we're just gonna, like, win this race, right?
Oh my god. Get down.
I'll block. I'll block all the fucking day.
I'll kick you out. I swear. Getting kicked out.
We're just gonna race. Oh, and we have Path. Oh, we can't cast Path yet, but... If they, like, force this, then we'll Judgment the Vortex, but... If they don't, we're just fucking racing. Cats are so active, mine's a spoiled little diva. Yeah, they like to run around a little too much. Especially the one with fur, especially Cat. She loves to just jump on everything she's not supposed to be on. I wonder if I just Council Judgment the Swift Spear. And just attack for 4. I don't hate it. Just, like, straight up win this race. I gotta force this. Daze. Oh, they're triggering prowess on their guy. I think I'm just gonna vote for the Swift Spear. Attack them down to 9, trigger down to 7. Yeah, I'm voting for the Swift Spear. You can keep your Sulfuric Vortex, opponent. They knock knock down a food bowl. I heard it.
Ugh.
They played themselves, yeah. Days to pump the Swift Spear to use as protection. Just like, don't even care, just killing the Sifrite Vortex instead. Like, I'm not killing the Vortex, just... Oh, they're attacking, alright. They have a plan in mind. Oh no, we have all these ones that we can't cast. So if we attack them, they just lose, right? What do we die to if we attack and don't have a blocker for the Swift Spear? Fire Blast puts us down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We don't even have a Fire Blast? Or Price of Progress? It would have to be, like, both. So I think I'm just fine attacking with both. Like, they can't bolt me. We have a Sanctum Prelate down.